Hopi Bosian and good day to you. We have come to chapter 9. Okay, the title of our chapter 9 today is Establish a New Business Team. There are several objectives in this chapter that we are going to learn and we will share with one another. Number one, we are going to learn about elements of new venture team. This is followed by elements of newness, and we will also identify the personal attributes that strengthen a founder's chances of successfully launching an entrepreneurial venture. We will also try to learn or try to construct a skills profile, and we will be able to explain how it helps a startup identity gaps in new venture team. This is followed by a description of a board of directors and what's their role in the team, and followed by purpose of forming an advisory board. Towards the end of this class, I will explain why new venture firms use consultants for help and also advice. When we talk about new venture team, we have to understand what is exactly the meaning of that adventure team. Okay, now a new adventure team is formed by a group of interested parties, whether they are founders, key employees, or even advisors. It doesn't matter at all where they belong to, as long they are willing to venture as a team and they are very passionate about the mission. Building new team or building a new venture will take a certain period. Please remember that Rome is not built in a day, and so does making a new venture team. There are 5 elements of establishing a new venture team, which are 1. Key employees, 2. Board of directors, 3. Other professionals, 4. Lender and investors, and last but not the least, the board of directors or the board of advisors, which builds up or which is part of the management team. Right, once we establish a new team, it is very crucial or very important to remember that this new firm is accountable to several success factors. What are the success factors? The first success factor is the new team must bear in mind that return of investment or ROI, in short, of the young company is very slow, and it is also very low. Therefore, the tendency to fail is very, very high, as its foundation is not well established yet. Due to this, the new team should be ready to face high failure rate during the start of their business. This is due to the underdeveloped human resource skills among the company's employees. Please bear in mind that a new company or a new firm is still at this level. It is still at this infancy as compared to big competitors in the market. It will definitely lack of success track record and could lead to failure. And apart from that, the firm will also have to face a big challenge to build a pool of talented and experienced management team to overcome the high failure rate, as I mentioned earlier on. My dear students, when we talk about new venture team, we talk about founders. Founders are the ones responsible in making ideas into reality. For founders should be charismatic and know the way forward for the sake of that organization that they are leading or they had built. They should be precise in their decision making, like what to do, how to do, what to do next, and who should do what, and others, to be able to shape up that firm well. Sizes of the founding team varies, of course. It depends on how big is the organization and how many people are founders of that respective team. So according to research, 50% to 70% of all new ventures are actually started by more than one individual, Therefore, in the market, if we look at new ventures, the founders are mostly people who work in a team, and it's not been founded by one fellow or one individual only. And it is believed, based on this research, that new ventures that are started up by a group of people or by a team rather than a single individual have an advantage. Please remember that the bottom line at the end of the day for any successful organization is that as a team, together everyone will achieve more. Quality counts in every aspect of a successful venture team. There are several factors that may contribute to a founder's success, which are: the firm should be started by a team. Secondly, the team members are well educated, at least they're highly educated, or graduates from the university. Thirdly, they should have prior entrepreneurial experiences. They should have done some business prior to this and what's or not, which is relevant to their business expectation. In addition to that, they should have relevant industrial experience, and I think the most crucial point that I would like to highlight here is their ability as founders to do network effectively. They should have a range of good networking among people within the industry, within the organization, or cross-cutting among organization. As I mentioned earlier, there are several factors that contribute to a founder or founder's success. I did mention that a firm should be started by a team. Startups started by a team can provide a greater resources, a broader diversity of viewpoints, and a broader array of other positive attributes than ventures started by individuals. Here, with a new team, the founders could identify the strengths and weaknesses of this newborn firm. Along with that, they can also distinguish the opportunities and threats which they may face along their journey to successful business. Education is very important. A team that is equipped with higher education, especially in entrepreneurial skills, nourishes a young team. The entrepreneurial skills which are enhanced through higher education are indeed the stepping stones for this team to expand their horizon in the business. Besides that, other factors like prior entrepreneurial experiences, relevant industry experience, and broad social and professional network are also relevant. When we talk about prior entrepreneurial experience, what does it mean? Founders familiar with the entrepreneurial process are more likely to avoid costly mistakes than founders without similar experience. It's also similar to relevant industry experiences, whereby founders with this relevant industry experience are also more likely to have better established professional networks, and also there are more applicable marketing and management skills among them. It is also a stepping stone for these founders who have broad social and professional network, because they have potential access to additional know-how, capital, and also to customers' referrals. Once the founders establish the new firm or their own firm, it is also timely for them to recruit and select key employees. It is certainly very crucial, although these founders usually work alone in the beginning of time or in the beginning of their venture. These founders would have to outline their requirement of human resource skills seriously. So the bottom line is that the founders would have to discuss among themselves on what type of key personnels do they want to employ, so that these key personnels would be able to assist them, to help them in their business entrepreneurship, in their business venture. Some of the important factors to outline performance of key employees are by making a skills profile, which is a chart that depicts the most important skills that are needed and where the skills gaps exist in the new firm. So the new company or the new firm that is founded by a group of interested people should be doing this. This is very important as a startup in their venture. Secondly, they have to know the source of human resource, which means that they have to know where can they get these graduates, what type of graduates do they want, what specialization do they require to engage or to employ these people to help them in their business. It is also important to calculate how much cost or what is the budget that they have to burn to recruit this human resource. You can actually do a skill profile matrix in your intended business. This example that I'm showing to you right now in the slide shows the skills profile matrix of an aquaculture farm. Right? As we know, aquaculture is a farm or is a business that cultures fish. It consists of 6 different tasks which require 6 key personnel. So once a qualified and suitable personnel is identified, assign him or her accordingly to the job assigned. Identify the gap too so that it is easier for the founders to choose another suitable candidate for the post. A firm that plans to develop further into a corporation requires to have a board of directors. What is a board of directors? What is the definition of this group of people? A board of directors is a panel of individuals who are elected by a corporation's shareholders to oversee the whole management of that firm itself. A board is typically made up by both inside directors and outside directors. An outsider director is someone who is not employed by the firm, which means that he is not working with the firm and he doesn't go to the office like the other key personnel, but his existence is very crucial in that firm. A board of directors has 3 formal responsibilities. Number 1, they are to appoint the officers of the firm. Number 2 is to declare dividends obtained by the firm or the company. Number 3 is to oversee the whole affairs of the corporation. Most board of directors meet 3 to 4 times in a year, and new ventures are more likely to pay their board members in company stock and ask them to service on a voluntary basis rather than pay a cash honorarium. Apart from that, the board of advisors has these following roles too. There are a panel of experts who can actually provide counsel and advice on an ongoing basis if needed. Secondly, wrong. Apart from that, the board of directors or advisors has these following roles too. There are a panel of experts who can provide counsel and advice on an ongoing basis if needed. However, this board has no legal responsibility for the firm and gives no binding advice, except for establishing general purposes to provide guidance and lend the advice to the firm. Of course, being in the board of advisors is much preferred by many as it requires less time and there is no potential legal liability involved. This group of people or this board of advisors also should be trustworthy with regards to confidentiality. And the board of directors should be compatible and complement one another in terms of experience and expertise. Students, do you think money is important to you? I will say yes, it is important. Money walks the talk. So it is important for the venture team to find hard money loan. And where can you find this money? I'm talking about hard money loan. You can actually borrow it or get it from lenders and investors, because lenders and investors have a vested interest in companies in terms of finance, whereby their finance and that causes them to be involved in helping the firms that they fund. Besides that, like other non-employee members of the firm's new venture team, lenders and investors help new firms by providing guidance and lending advice. And in addition to that, a firm's lenders and investors assume the natural role of providing financial oversight. Lenders and investors are actually important people to a new firm, whereby they can add value to a business entity. How do they do that? They identify and recruit key management personnel. They also fine-tune business model. They find other additional sources of capital. I think that is very, very crucial too. And they do and assist you in doing market survey for any potential entry for your products. They are also open for any new ideas as long it is beneficial to them, and it serves new boards of directors and also advisors. In addition to that, they also can help to recruit customers. They will bring the customers to that firm that they are financing, and they can help us or help investors or help new venture teams to arrange business matching. Business matching is very important when it comes to meeting new potential business partners. Other professionals too play important roles in establishing a new venture team. And who are these professionals? These professionals are actually those who make up a team's new venture team that includes attorneys, accountants, and also business consultants. Maybe some of us or some of you still unclear on what business consultants. A business consultant is actually an individual who gives professional and expert advice, and they fall into two categories, which is one, paid consultants, and those consultants who are available for free or at a reduced rate through a non-profit or governmental agency. Now, let us revisit what we have learned today. Rome is not built in a day. Please remember that. It needs time and also proper planning to venture into new business. So we have to be very, very patient in establishing a new firm. A venture team is also formed by a group of passionate founders, which is the key success factor of a good firm. It is always important to recruit the right people for the right job. Therefore, skills profile metrics should be done or must be prepared before employment of key personnel. Roles of board of directors and advisors are also been pointed out, in which they, besides other professionals like attorneys, accountants, and also business consultants, do contribute to a good venture team. So I hope this lesson that you learned today will help you to understand how a good venture team should be established during start-off, and importance of roles of each and everyone in the team. With this, I thank you for your kind attention and wishing you a good day. Thank you.